you
Siblings
go.
Unscripted is back for another episode, and we've been gone for a while due to my sister being out. She don't
I
care
will
about the
take the
podcast,
blame.
you know.
I'll take the blame for that. I was a little busy. A little
Mm-hmm.
busy.
Busy, busy. She put
Busy.
sibling time over whatever else that she was doing, which is kind of crazy
You're
because
right. I do put sibling time over it.
that's crazy. That's crazy. But anyways, we back with another episode of Married at First Sight. Considering her absence, we got a lot to catch up on, but we have caught up on the most recent episodes, which was 11 and 12, and I think it was stuff that was leading up to Decision Day, which is actually next week. The series has actually gone by pretty fast, but I'm kind of happy that they didn't really spend too much time on some of the boring stuff, like picking out dresses and picking out all that other stuff that they normally do on this show, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
now we almost at the end. Let's catch up on our couples. Say who is still married, who is having arguments and
Well, they're
stuff like
all
that.
they're all they're all as of these episodes. They're
Mm,
all still married.
right.
They're all still married at this point,
Which is
and
unfortunate. That's tragic.
it's not tragic. That's good. We
It's
love
tragic.
love. Okay,
I
we
love
love love.
drama. I'm not watching for a fairy tale.
That's because you like toxicity. Let's start with the couple that I think you and I talk about a lot. Well, not a lot, but like a good amount. Let's start with Rhonda, Rhonda and Pat.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna say this. At first, when we was recording, and I meant to watch back to see what you said. You said you liked Rhonda and Pat. I think we have transferred over to. I think both of us don't like Rhonda.
Right.
I don't know what it is about her. She feel like he not listening. Then he not responding the way she want him to respond. Then he did this and then he did that. And she's always crying. It's like you can't please Rhonda. I see why Rhonda is single. I do. And I'm pretty sure I might get some flack in the comments of people like Rhonda, but guess what? Rhonda, it's just like it's her way or no way. The man can't move in her house. Like he can't make a comment. And he do make things about him a lot, right? But he trying. I feel like he's trying. He at the point now where he don't even want to respond to her because he's scared she gonna cry or bite his head off. This Joker is walking on eggshells for the entire duration of the season. I feel bad for Pat. I do. I,
Yes.
I feel real bad for Pat.
I agree as well. I think he actually needs to run for the hills because Rhonda ain't it. She always be nagging him. She always be wanting to be like, cry, cry, cry. And then she be kind of disappointed when he doesn't really respond the way that she expects for him to respond, which is kind of crazy work considering that they just met. They still trying to figure each other out. But I mean, I did like Rhonda at first, but then as the season went along and they kind of showed her bad side, they kind of showed her true colors. Then after that, like, no, Rhonda, like you are the problem. I see why you're 63 and you're single because for me, when she was like, when they was getting ready, when he was looking at her house and she was like, you ain't moving here, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait a
Like
minute.
what?
Like she was just too blunt with it. He was like, "Well, yo, you know, this is where we can live." She's like, "No, you ain't." And I'm like, "Wait a minute."
But yeah,
Like,
he went there and did all that gardening work with her.
right,
And he's like spending time with her. In these episodes, the latest episodes, he's like
mm,
spending time with her, her kids, her grandkids, her family. And
right,
like for him, that's probably a lot because I'm not sure that he really has that. And
right,
then it's like he had to forego the couples retreat, all of everybody being together. And he did something as simple as buy some tickets for a show for his mom. And he tried to include Rhonda. And like, yeah, the way he communicated it probably could have been a little bit better. But instead of her trying to hear his side of it, she kind of just like she went off on him in a way, or she said, I don't know why you would do that. And then they started talking about the calendar. I think at that point he was just frustrated and was like, fuck
yeah.
it.
I think she's a little bit too controlling because in that situation, how are you mad that your husband bought tickets for somewhere for you guys to go? Like, do you really have to be that in
Maybe,
control to know
right.
every single
But not
time?
only that, maybe he thought he was doing something good, like giving her a break from the kids and because
Yeah,
that's how I took it when he bought it. Like, hey,
right,
I want to spend some time with my mom and you. Let's go to this show. I know your grandkids and stuff are here and this is a family
right,
weekend, but it looked like you could need a break. That's what I was thinking he was doing.
yeah,
But like she kind of like went off and
yeah,
then it turned into like a calendar thing. And I was just like,
yeah,
what is really happening here, Rhonda?
yeah,
And then it was just like, even when I think they showed in one of the episodes prior she went to go visit her dad's grave or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
she said she needed some time. Like, that's a really difficult situation for anybody, not just Pat. And she expected him to do and say certain things. This man can't read your mind.
Right. Well, they just met, and she was like, "Do you got anything to say to my dad?" I'm like, "What?
Right.
What? What you mean?"
Listen, I
Like,
ain't I he better than me, because I'd have been like, what you want me to say to this good ground over here? Like, like, what?
yeah. So she kind of got upset about that. I mean, if you look at everything that they have done, they skipped the retreat, they skipped a few other things that involved some of the other couples, and it was all to do things that she wanted to do. Like,
Right.
Pat hasn't really had
And
a
like,
say in anything.
yeah, even when they had the episode where Rhonda hosted the couple's dinner where they all were there, it was
Mm-hmm.
at her house that he can't move into. And it
Right.
was like she had the chef, and it was like the Rhonda show. Come into my house, let's all have dinners and talk about things. And
Right.
I think even in the dinner, he said something that kind of rubbed her the wrong way. I just don't think that, and it's like, I don't know if you remember, but Pat pretty much said when his friend came to visit and they had the conversation that that's the reason why he wasn't married, because he didn't want to be miserable and walking on eggshells in a marriage just like his
Yeah.
previous marriage, and this is it's triggering him.
Yeah. He
And
can't.
you
He
can
can't be
kind of,
himself. Yeah. He can't be himself.
right, and you can kind of see it in the show. He's so triggered, he almost looks like he's checked out a little bit.
Right.
Like, and if he says yes on decision day, it's because he's scared. So he's scared of Rhonda's reaction.
Yeah, I agree because she also makes it known that when she don't want to do something, that she will let him know like right out the way. Like when he wanted to wake up and watch the space thing, she was like, I don't like watching this. I don't like getting up early in the morning, but I'm gonna sit and do it anyway." But then when Pat kind of does the similar things like that to her, she just goes off on him. But I don't like Rhonda. Pat should run. Like he should have been ran a long, long time ago. And he's right. Like if he can't be himself the way that he wants to be in this marriage or this relationship, then he probably shouldn't want to do it. And he's at that point now where he doesn't really want to entertain Rhonda or be with Rhonda because he can't be himself. He's been working on himself to be himself, and he tried it, and then they kind of like backlash at him only because Rhonda's just stubborn and stuck in her ways. So I understand why she's single and why she's old and bitter. So to me, it sounds wrong, but I think she just needs to stay single and just be ready to transition to the upper room. You know what I'm saying? So
Not transitions.
yeah, that's what path she needs to be on. She don't need to be with nobody because when she said you ain't moving here, that was enough. That was enough. And she
Right,
said that with a
right,
straight face and she meant that shit. So yeah,
right, right.
that's a bit
So,
much.
yeah, I was just like, what in the world is going on here with Rhonda?
Yes.
But yeah, so that's enough for them. The next couple, um, I say Megan and Derek, right?
Right.
Um, Megan got like she's mean.
She's mean, but because we haven't had an episode since episode number 4, I don't think it's been revealed that she's been pregnant. So Megan is now pregnant. Okay, Megan and
Right.
Derek are expecting a baby. Okay.
And honestly, they're it seems like they're both happy. She's a little scared, but they're happy about it. Like they did the
Mm-hmm.
whole babysitting of her nephews, and that was really cute. He's been doing like the dad things and preparing, and um when they told her parents, now that was funny.
That
Cause she
was
was like, "What, did you get like a dog? This box is not moving." I
right.
was cracking up. And then her mom realized it wasn't a joke. And then so the producers for Married at First Sight, they're smart. They made it seem like they made it seem like there was a whole discussion about how, they could be single parents, but it was literally a 5 to 10 second clip of them
Mm-hmm.
just saying like, yeah, if we had to, we could do it. But they don't have any intentions of trying to be single parents as of the
As of today,
episodes that
as of
we
right now.
as of right now, based off of the episodes that we watched, right?
Right.
So we're not going to talk about the spoilers, whether they could or could not be true. Let's not get into that here, because I know that's what you want to do.
No, no, not at
But
all.
as of these episodes, they're happy about it. They're both kind of funny though. So when they went to the couples retreat and they were pulling like those pranks on people, like with the cat, and then like the whole toilet paper thing,
Mm,
and they didn't tell the other couple, so she had like alcohol-free wine. So they played it off really, really good.
right.
So like kudos to them for being able to play it off. They have a similar sense of humor, I think, which is a good and a bad thing probably. Um, but yeah, I think that I think that they're good together at this point.
Mm.
Now that they are starting to learn how to communicate with each other a little bit. What I did find funny was Megan said I love you first. And when she said it, he didn't say it back. And then she tried to play it off with the producers like, did I say that? Did I not say it? But then she was like, oh, he didn't say it back. But then eventually, before he even found out she was pregnant, he said it back to her
No, I
too.
think he said it
And
afterwards.
no, he said it before.
Mm.
You can go back and watch it because I was trying to figure that part out too. He said it before, and then the other thing about it was with them two. What I noticed is her calming. The way to calm her down is by touch. So when he's talking to her, he'll like hold her hand and like put his hand on her leg or something while he's trying to. Cause like when she get hyped up, she be hyped up, and the way to calm her down is touch. So,
However, I'm not sure. I mean, I like them as a couple. It's cool that they are expecting or whatever, but I'm just not sure how
and they're older.
they are. But I'm not sure how they're going to continue to like be together because I think Derek is kind of controlling him a little bit, and Megan kind of like
You
fights
think
back.
so?
Yeah, because he demanded that she have his kids. Like the man said, he want 3 kids, and he kind of like pushed that
I
on
think
her
once,
without really.
but 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 honestly, think about it like this, right? And this is with any parent, any father, any mother. You can start out wanting however many kids you want. But when you have that first one and you realize how much work it is, and it's time to have some more, you be like, you know what? About that. Never mind. And I think that's what's gonna happen with them. So
Maybe
he
with
all
her,
parents
but
all
with
parents
him, I
say it
don't
at
think so.
first. All
I
parents said at first, with the exception of me. I knew going on then that it was going to be a one and done type of thing. And would I have
I
made an
don't know.
exception? Maybe. But like, I'm pretty sure even with you going in, you wanted multiple kids. But like, after you get one or two
Mm.
or whatever, you just be like, yeah, no.
I don't know. I think I feel like that's a little bit different with dudes because we ain't got to push them out. So
But I also think that he just wants to be transparent with her. Like, hey, I do want kids. Because for him, I don't blame him for putting it up front that that's a deal breaker. If you don't want kids, that's a deal breaker.
he. I mean, she never said she didn't want kids. She didn't want kids probably as fast as he did. That was a whole discussion. Like he wanted kids like ASAP.
Well, I'm gonna
She
say
didn't want kids
something,
ASAP.
and I texted to you, and you was rolling. All right, all right. So listen, at the end of the day, right? It's been exposed that they've been having unprotected sex, right?
Oh
And I
Lord,
text you
of
when you was talking
course.
to me about it.
You
I
got to keep
said,
that PG. You can't say that on podcast.
I ain't gonna say it on podcast, but D plus P equals children, okay? And she had to know it was gonna happen sooner or later because how you just out there doing it and you not protecting yourself. Like you ain't stopping him from, you know,
I don't
doing
know. I just
whatever.
think that his tone towards the kids aspect was kind of harsh, considering that one they just met, and like I say, he just kept drilling it home every single time. I want kids. I want kids. I want 3 kids, without any regards to what she had to say or what she thought, because it is y'all bodies. I mean, y'all had the ultimate decision, to say yay or nay,
That's true.
and I just don't think he showed any concern or any regard towards that at all. He just kept almost like wanting to pick a fight every time she kind of rebutted against kids, or she'd be like, well, Derek, I'm with you, but you know, it is my body. I don't know how I'm going to react and this and that. And he kind of showed like no care towards that at all. It's like, I want 3 kids. I want a baby. I want to do it right now. And you know, if you can't make that happen, then we might not be together. I kind of feel like he is older. He's almost 40. So I kind of feel like he's been trying to trap a bitch for a while. So not necessarily Megan, but any girl he done came across, he been trying to trap, because that was a very harsh tone from the jump. Like,
Right.
so I don't know.
Okay. I could kind of dig where you going with that. I didn't think it was harsh, but that's maybe because I'm a very black and white person. I think he was
Mm.
just saying what he wanted. But hey,
Like,
who
it's
am
only
I?
harsh because as a dad myself, like seeing like what you guys have gone through to have babies and stuff like that, like that's something that no man will ever experience, right? and to see the process of babies be born and stuff like that, that's just hard. And for people who haven't really had a kid, they don't really understand it. And maybe Derek won't
Facts.
understand it until he actually is in the room with a baby coming out.
But
Then
that's why I said
he'll
I
see it
think
differently.
he doesn't understand, and once he gets into that situation, I
Maybe.
think his whole mindset will change. But
Maybe so.
that's them. They're pregnant. I think they're good together. I think that they're learning how to communicate with each other. But hey, but there is one couple that we thought was going to be like a-okay, and then in my opinion, shit is hitting the fan.
Who is that?
You ready? Belinda and Chad. Like, I was shocked. Like, I was looking at the computer, like looking at the TV, like, oh my God, why he acting like this? And
Right.
Belinda is very low key, right? She low key. And I feel like Chad has communication issues. And like, and I'm gonna say this, I don't think I told you this. Here's how I feel about people who go on Married at First Sight. You know it's a show. You
Mm,
know it's production. You know it's cameras. How dare you sign up for something and then say, I don't want to deal with the cameras no more. Sir, you signed up for this shit. Why are you blacking out on these producers? They just doing their job.
right.
Like what? And then like, okay, you don't want to sleep with the dog. Why are you telling the producers? Tell your wife. She want to cuddle and do all the things, and you don't even want to come to bed because the dog in the bed. Tell your wife I can't come to bed with that dog in the bed, so she can get the dog out the bed.
I
But he
agree.
seems like he's very control. But he did say he likes to be in control, and I think with production and all this other stuff, he can't handle it.
Yeah.
And I'm almost saying, almost a little bit feel like he's being caught up in a lie when it comes down to her daughter and her husband.
Well, that's the
So,
thing. Because remember when I said when we first started this series, is that I was wondering when Belinda and Chad and Josh and Jalen was kind of like going to be intertwined a little bit and mix their problems together and go
mhm.
into advice to each other. And that's kind of what's happening right now because Belinda went to her daughter and spilled the beans on what's going on in this situation. And then her daughter is giving her advice. And that's not a good look because instead of Belinda going to Chad, Belinda's going to her daughter. So
Right.
that's not a good look when you in a marriage or you in a relationship or something like
But
that.
in
So I knew that
she
was gonna
but
happen.
but with Jalen, right? She's just telling her mom to be happy and say exactly what she wants. I don't think the daughter gave bad advice at
Right.
all,
Of
right?
course not. But if the daughter wasn't there, then that dynamic wouldn't even be there to exist. Like she would have to talk to Chad, which is the right thing to do
I think
anyway.
she would still go to her daughter on. I think her daughter would still be agreed
No, I'm
to
saying if her
record,
daughter
and I
wasn't on the show, like if they
even
wasn't
her
on the show
daughter wasn't
altogether.
on the show, she could have just still called her daughter and talked about
Yeah.
it, is what I'm saying. And like, here's the thing with Chad, right? He wants to be nice, he wants to be a provider, he wants to do all these things. And I don't know what kind of job he works, but like Belinda told you that the producers and stuff don't bother her. And she has a valid point, right? If it wasn't for the
Mm,
show, they wouldn't even be together. So be nicer to them. I think what's scaring Belinda is the fact that she's seeing him flip the script a little bit and he might seem like he a little bit crazy. And you know what? When a person shows you who they are,
right.
believe them. And Chad might be a little bit too controlling. I think he is a nice guy, but I think when things happen that he don't like, I think he spins out a little bit and his spin out is not a good spin out.
Right. I think he's also dealing with having to go to work and come back home in schedule as well because that it seems like his biggest concern that he has to go to work a regular job, and then come back and have to film. He don't seem like he likes that, so that's part of why he wants it over with. And I don't know what type of what job Belinda got, but why she ain't working? I think we talked about people working on these shows. Have you seen her go to work yet? I don't think so.
I don't know if Belinda works though. She might be collecting that good alimony because you know she's divorced, and I think Jalen's
Mm,
dad was a professional baseball player. But
mm,
no, 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 no. She does work. I don't know what she does, but she does have a job. Because remember how she was saying in one of the episodes it's going to be odd for her to get off of work and then come home to somebody because she's not used to that. She's used to coming home and being by herself. So they just don't get into what, and maybe her job hours
mm.
and whatever is just more flexible. It's not impossible for her to have a job that's a little bit more flexible. And to add to it, their dog is not no little dog. Like that dog is big. So I could kind of understand where Chad coming from because Chad ain't that little himself either. So,
Well, he also mentioned that he said that he wanted to wind down at night separately from her. Like he wanted to have his own little chill time outside of like her. So do you think that's a problem?
I think that they need to compromise. Like,
Mm,
I'm the type of person, like, I like to wind down too, so I like get his point. But then he followed it up with, "You want me to come lay with you, but the dog is in the bed." And then she followed it up with, "Well, I would want you to come lay with me, but you're too busy over there having a drink." Like,
yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't think I could lay with a dog either. So
oh,
dog,
I
cat,
definitely I ain't doing that.
snake,
I've ended
whatever.
relationships over that. I told you
Like,
before, I dated a guy who had a dog and thought the dog was gonna sleep with us. Like, what, sir? No, thank you. I'm out.
yeah, that's kind of tough to deal with. I know people love their pets and God bless them, but I don't think I could sleep with a dog either. So
Oh, me neither. I just
yeah,
can't. Like, to each his own, and that ain't for me. So,
right,
no knocking the people who do it. So don't come for me in the comments, but I just wouldn't do it.
right. All right. Next up, we got Jalen and Josh. I don't know why
Yeah.
Josh is so hesitant on being mad about why Jalen doesn't want to go to a concert with him because that just isn't her thing. I mean, she probably should compromise to an extent, but I don't think he should be continued upset with her over that. Like, what's your deal with her not
Here's
wanting
my
to want to
thing.
go to the concert?
I don't understand that either, right? So Josh is weird to me. Like, he wants to do all the things and live his life and do and that's not her jam. So like you can't, like, it's okay to have different hobbies. And he's saying he wants to
Hmm.
learn how to do something together. Y'all have like forever to figure out what you're going to do together as a hobby. And there are couples who do nothing together and still are content with being couples. Like, as long as at the end of the day y'all are coming home to each other and stuff like that, it's okay to want to do different things. He may not want to do spin. She does spin. She don't want to go sleeping out in no sleeping bag and doing all the other stuff. I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to do that either. But like, I want to know what the big deal is. He's talking about his community. But like, you mean to tell me go sleeping in a tent in a sleeping bag is where you find community?
Yeah,
Like, he a little messed up mentally for that, in my opinion. And like, I think they're good when they're not discussing that type of things. But
right.
like, even when their friends were saying like, "Hey, what do you guys have in common?" It was like crickets. And that's kind
Yeah,
of alarming a little bit.
it is a little bit, but I mean, if she don't want to go to the concert with him, he should be okay with that because that's just more free time for
Right.
him. But I think their biggest issue before the concert thing was him lying about whether or not he still communicates with his ex on
Right.
social media. Like, Josh, what are you doing, bro? Like, it seemed like you may be
And
trying
that
to
was an
spin the block.
unnecessary lie.
Yes,
It was an
very
unnecessary
unnecessary.
lie. So
Yes.
like, I would have a little bit of issues with that too. So like, are you going on these trips to meet up with your people? Like, are you afraid that because she's not there, you're gonna do the wrong thing?
Mm,
But yeah, that was a very unnecessary lie.
right.
And it
But
would be funny to see.
it is one thing to like follow you ex on social media, but he was also communicating with his ex
Communicating,
on
right?
social media too. That draws a line. Like it's one thing to follow and stuff like that, but if you're going back and forth in the DMs, I mean that's probably
Yeah.
a problem right
You
there.
don't
I mean,
communicate with any of your exes?
do
Do you
I?
talk to any of Yeah.
No, no,
Oh, okay.
no, absolutely not. I
Oh,
don't
I was just a
follow
question.
nothing.
So
No,
you're not friends with none of them?
on social media, no,
Yeah. Okay.
no, not that
That's
I'm
interesting.
aware of. But
Okay.
no. But
But yeah,
I think
that
it's a problem though if you do, like I said, following, not the best idea, but communicating and DMing and going back and forth, that could cause problems. But
right. Yeah, no, I was
like what
like
do
I
you
said,
think? Do you think that's a problem? Like what do you draw the line? Do you think following your ads on social media is an issue? Do you follow any of your exes? You took
yeah,
too
we
long.
we
Yeah,
are
you
still
do.
friends.
Yeah, you do.
I have exes that I'm still friends with on social media, but it's nobody that my spouse hasn't met. And we don't have those type like, I don't be in there chatting it up and doing all we just follow like they have. I talk to their wives and all of that. So yeah, genuine friends.
Right.
Now, if it's someone who I've severed ties with and it was on bad terms, then nah, I don't follow none of them.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. But I don't really communicate all that much on social media anyway, outside of maybe like liking a picture or dropping a
Right,
comment
right.
every now and then. I'm not in nobody's DMs. Like, I should let you read my DMs. My DM war zone,
I'm gonna read your DMs when you come
war
up here
zone,
next week.
war zone. But
Anyway, so so we got through Pat and Rhonda, Jalen, Chad. Oh, we got one couple left, right?
yeah, Will and Brittany, we gotta hurry this up because I
Will
gotta go
and
get my
Brittany.
feet rubbed on.
Oh my God. So Will and Brittany. Will did a 360. Um, Here's where I'm at with Will and Brittany. I know you hate Will. I do. I know you do.
He's a
I
sucker.
feel like I feel like Will and Brittany could make a good couple. I feel like Will does care about her feelings. I feel like he has communication issues, and instead of the way he communicates is kind of awkward a little bit. And you right, he does not chase. So when she was upset and they had to tell him you should go check on her, it didn't dawn on him that it's like he's oblivious to common sense things, but he's so smart.
That's because
You
he
know what I
don't
mean?
care. He would chase the person that he wants to chase. He will. He
Okay.
will. And you know what?
But
I
in
give
the
him a
same
pass on the first
token,
night. Honeymoon would get a first pass. But the second and third time when he didn't chase after her, like, bro, what are you doing, dog? What are
and
you
I think
doing?
that she genuinely likes this dude. Like you like
She's a pick
and
me. She is.
you think she's a pick me?
Yes. Because the way she's being treated, I don't think she would accept that
So the
outside
thing is,
of
I don't think
anything.
that she's being treated like, okay, yeah, he's done some things, but I also think that he's also very nice to her. He's very affectionate with her. He always wants to kiss and a hug. Like, he just wants her to keep it light sometimes. And with her, it's like they could be keeping it light and having a good time, and she asks a serious question. Like, oh, she'll say, oh, I love you. And then if he doesn't
Mm.
respond in the way in which she wants him to respond, well, what does love mean to you? Or am I your person? And she goes to all the things, and it's kind of like he like, dang, we can't even be in the moment. Like you
Yeah,
gon'
but if you ask a dude, do you love me? And he comes back and be like, well, what type of love are you talking about? Are you talking about agape love? You talking about orange love, purple love? Like, did you really ask him all that? Like, you got to like, you gonna accept somebody being that technical with you when you ask him, do you love me? Like,
I mean, listen,
really?
I'm just trying to be devil's advocate here.
If you
I'm
was
not I'm
Brittany,
not on
would you accept something like that? Like,
I ain't
dude, you got
Brittany
to be
because I
that
would have
technical.
been done with that. I'm not Brittany. I don't act like Brittany. Because you know me.
But I'm saying though, you wouldn't accept someone being that technical over a simplified question like that. Like, what you mean agape love, purple love, pink love, orange
So
love?
here
What?
here's the thing, right? And I don't know if you're going to disagree or agree with me a little bit. There are parts of Will, some of the things that he says and does, where I can see in and of myself. So like some of the things that he does, I don't think is anything wrong with because I do the same thing. I don't like for people to question me over and over once I've already answered your question. If I answer your question and you don't like how I answered it, that's a you problem, not a me problem.
I don't
Like
think he's answering her question though.
I
And
I think
you're
that
in an
he's answered several
experiment.
of her questions.
He's in an experiment of trying to get to. She is trying to get to know him, and he ain't really giving her nothing really. Like he's giving her.
Because he doesn't know the answer like that. I can imagine that's a lot to deal with. And like I said, I am not Team Will. I'm also not
Will
Team
is not
Brittany.
on married at first sight. Will is on dating at first sight. He's still trying to date. He's still trying to get to know Brittany. Because you go on a show like that, you got to expect that it's going to be accelerated. Everything's going to be magnified to the
It's
10
true.
power. And he's like, whoa, step back. I don't know if I love you. Like, which is cool. You ain't gotta love somebody within the first month that you gotta that you know him. That's cool. I give him a pass on that. But some of the feelings and some of the conversations, he definitely should have been able to answer and not be all that technical
I feel
bullshit.
like he shows that he cares, but it's just a weird way of doing it.
He don't care. Will thinks
But I am
he
going to
thinks
say
he's a
this.
female. That's what it is. Will acts like
Well,
he's a female and she should be chasing
he
him
does.
and doing all this
Yes.
stuff and taking care.
And
Will acts
does.
like a female. He wears earrings in his ear, two loops. He wears a pink little lingerie type shirt. Like Will thinks he's a female.
Waiting for you to bring up the lingerie shirt.
The nigga
Oh
thinks
my
he's a
God.
female. Like seriously,
All right, all right, all right, all right.
like
We're not
come
gonna
on.
call them names. All right, so here's how
He's a
Will and
sucker.
them like
Giving
Brittany
light
gets
skinned dudes a bad name. He's a sucker.
Will gets a little, they go through their things. I think they grew on each other a little bit. She did some nice things for him. He did some nice things for her.
Like
But where
what?
the producers,
Back up. Like
what
what?
did
What
he?
did he do nice for her?
Oh, he knows she liked wrestling and stuff like that. And that little date he did, I thought
No,
that
he
was
liked
really nice.
wrestling. I thought he liked
They
wrestling.
both like wrestling, but he took her to meet a real that
Mm,
was nice and she liked it, right?
okay.
He was nice enough to go be around her family and with her family, and he was playing the part. He was not out there acting like I'm ready to go, because you know how some
See,
dudes
that's
could
the
be like,
problem.
yo, I'm
He's
ready to
playing the
go.
part way too much. He's acting fake. He's acting fake. You just
Okay.
said it. That describes Will to the T. He's acting fake.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
compare Will from the beginning
Well,
of
I'm
the
gonna tell you where
episodes
he
to
wasn't
now.
fake. Let me tell you where he wasn't fake. He wasn't fake when the producers ended it with he called her and was like, "I'm gonna say no on decision day." Now that wasn't
We
fake at all.
we yo Will out there trying to pull a Joe. Remember Joe from Love Is Blind?
No, that was Megan that did that. Oh
No,
no, it was Joe.
Joe.
It
When they
was
was trying
Joe.
to get on
Joe.
the suits, when he was trying
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
the
yeah.
suits, and he was like, "No, I can't do this." That's basically what
Yeah.
Will did. I mean, I
But
think
so
he knew he
Will
was gonna
was
say
giving
no.
her a heads up, like, yo, I don't want you to be surprised, but when we get to decision day, I cannot say yes. And they don't really go through why is saying no, and then they go through she crying and he crying.
Hmm.
So hey, in my head, I'm just like, Brittany, at that point, you don't even should want him no more, because I don't want nobody that I gotta coerce into staying with me. No, thank you.
But I kind of feel like she's
Period.
been doing that the whole season to a sort because when he went over her house, he like,
Well, he was just like, because he keeps saying things like, I want us. I
mm.
like us. Like he says that a lot. So like she's confused. Why would you say I want us if you don't want to stay married?
The man he don't even chase at. Megan had to be like, "Yo, you might want to go and help go see about her." Like
Right.
what? But you
Wait till
care
they
and you
watch
want
that back, because
us?
you know Brittany thought that he just came on his own accord. Wait till the reunion show and they talk about how, hey, I thought you was being nice and you came to check on me, but they told you to come check on
Yeah,
me.
this is like the third time, and like this was actually the third time that she had went off and he didn't chase. But like, bro, you ain't even going after her, seeing how she doing and nothing like that, and yada yada yada, bro. That's crazy. No
Crazy.
way you can say
Yeah.
you want us, but then you don't go chasing after her to see what was wrong with her, knowing that she's already
Yeah.
crying and stuff. Crazy work.
Mm-hmm. Crazy work. Crazy work.
Crazy work.
But yeah,
But
so the next episodes are what, next week?
yes.
And it's only two
Decision day
left.
and reunion. Decision day and reunion.
Yeah.
So just speaking about Will, like, would you be surprised if he said
If
no?
he's changed his mind?
No, if he
If
said
he
no.
said no?
Yeah.
No, because he called her and told her he was going to say no. I'm expecting on decision day, he better get up there and stand 10 toes down and say no.
Okay.
That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting for them to talk about why he's saying no on decision day. Because you know they do that. If they know a couple's not getting married, they
Right.
will bring them into decision day to discuss where it went wrong and all this other stuff. I'm expecting him to be 10 toes down, and I want him to tell her why he's saying no. And I think I know why he's saying no.
All right. So Will and Brittany, you got Will saying no. Brittany what saying yes?
I think Brittany should say no. I don't want to be with nobody that don't want to be with me. That's what I think should happen.
So you don't think that they should stay married? Okay.
I don't.
What about Megan and Derek? You think they should stay married?
I do. I do think they should stay married.
You think so?
Hmm.
See, it's kind of hard because I kind of like,
I hope your person is wrong.
but Megan
Anyway,
and Derek, I would want to probably say I like them as a couple though. I really did. I
yeah, me
mean,
too. I
I
like them
think
as a
their
couple.
personalities might clash because they kind of both want to be in control a little bit. But I mean, I would
Hmm.
say yes to them. that they should stay married. What about Belinda and Chad?
Belinda better run.
I like out of all the couples, I like them the most. Like I thought they was cute. I thought they both really compliment each other and that they should stay together. I know Chad is maybe showing this crazy a little bit as of late. But I think they should probably stay together and work it out. I think they compliment each other the right way.
Well, I think she should. I think Chad is gonna say yes, and I think Belinda should say no.
Okay. Josh and
Who
Jalen.
else? I think Jalen's gonna say no.
I agree. I think she should say no. Josh is
I
this.
think Josh actually might say no too. He might be a surprise because he wants her to do certain things, and I feel like when he doesn't get his way, he's like conflicted, internal battles.
Hmm.
And then Pat and Rhonda, run, Pat,
Yes,
run,
run, Pat.
run,
When she
Pat.
told you that you couldn't move into her house, that is all that you needed to know about that situation right there. Because he took that kind of well. He took that kind of well. Like he took that kind of well. She was like, "Nah, you're not moving in here." Like, what?
Run, run, Pat, run,
Yeah,
Pat, run.
let Rhonda stay single because she deserves it. She's 63 years old and she like normally you watch these shows and you don't understand why people are single, but we fully understand why Rhonda is single and they ain't got a man. Like I
Absolutely,
fully
absolute,
like do you got
100%.
anything to say to my dad? Like
What?
what?
You mean the guy in the ground?
I don't even know your dad. What you
Um,
want me to say?
right. So,
You lucky
but
I'm
yeah, run,
here.
Pat.
You lucky I drove you
Right.
here, right? Because I'm like, if honestly, like in that situation there, you'd be like, I just want you to go that you could take yourself and enjoy your time with your dad and yada yada. I don't want to be like in the way and stuff like that because that could be very sensitive. But when she was like, "You got anything to say?" and you're not moving in here, like Rhonda, what are we doing? What are we doing? She's too strong of a person, and like I said, she's just set in her ways.
But that's why I'm saying, like, in my opinion, that's why her ass is single.
Right? She's so set in her ways, 100%.
Yeah.
Wow. So what is season? Short season because we're no decision day. I think this what lasted only about like a month or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a month
Yeah.
or so.
Like three weeks or so.
One last question: who was your favorite couple though?
Will and Brittany. In terms
Well,
of watching,
why? Because of the drama, or you just really wanted them to work out because of Black Love?
I really wanted them to work out.
I was rooting for them as well, but as the season went on and he started to like show who he was, and I just don't think that he really liked her because, like I said, if you really like somebody or you was attracted to them right off the bat, like you will go chase them, like you will go chase them and see what the problem is, or you just try to work out. And he was just too. He put up too many walls for Brittany,
Right.
and like he didn't want to tear him down. And I just don't think that he really was into her even from the
Who
jump.
was your favorite couple?
Well, it was Pat and Rhonda until Rhonda started to show her ass. And that was only because, like I said, when they first got on the show, like they were so lighthearted, they were so spirited. They jumped in the pool with their wedding clothes on. They seemed so cute. Besides Belinda and Chad, but once Rhonda started to show her ugly self, like no. I mean, I like Will and Brittany too because of Black Love, but Will just ruined it for me, especially when he started wearing a charm necklace. He had double earrings on and both ears, and then the pink lingerie shirt. Like that was just too much for me. So I had to switch. And he's light skinned and he's acting like that on national TV, giving us all light skinned men a bad name. He's being too Drakish a little bit. But
Right.
and I like Drake too. So, but yeah, he thinks he's a female. Like you ain't the prize. Be a man or something like that.
Wow.
But seriously, all right,
Okay.
that's Married at First Sight. Siblings Unscripted. Next week we gonna do maybe I guess how we gonna do it from vacation.
We might be able to do it from vacation. We watch it together. Bring your gimbal and we'll do the finale and the reunion maybe
Right.
on a beach. Like how we
Yes.
did before.
Yes. So we'll see.
So,
So make sure you subscribe to the
and
channel.
maybe perhaps we could get a special guest to join us if she
She ain't
watches
even
in
up to
time.
date.
She might by then. Okay.
Unlikely.
So we'll do we'll do this episode. We'll do the next episode from the beach, and maybe when you get back, you could post it from here so that it's
Mm.
timely with posting. But yeah, so there you go.
Subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell icon so you know when we drop another video. And that's Siblings Unscripted. And unless she takes another vacation and goes off and does whatever she wants to do, then you more than likely will get another episode on time. But when it's late, it'd be because of her, not me.
Sorry, everybody. No, not all the ways because of me, because you be busy
It'd
too.
be because of
But
you.
my job been jobbing lately, and I've been busy. You've
Job.
been busy. Yeah, job been
Your job
jobbing.
is content creation.
We're gonna talk about. Hopefully soon we'll have a big announcement, and we'll talk about that too on Sibs, and we'll do a collaboration with my channel.
All
How
right.
about that?
All right. Siblings
All right.
Unscripted. We catch you guys on next episode.
Peace.